It is a great pleasure and honor for me to be here on this special occasion and have the privilege to introduce our distinguished guest speaker for the session, Professor Jeffrey Sachs. Professor Sachs co-founded Millennium Promise with Ray Chambers and has been leading a wide range of initiatives with the mission to achieve the MDGs in Africa by 2015 and to end extreme poverty worldwide by 2025. We at Sumitomo Chemical are proud of being part of this effort of Professor Sachs and the Millennium Promise by supplying Oyset net, a long-lasting insecticidal mosquito bed net we have developed for malaria control. We are very pleased to learn from Professor Sachs that in the village of Kenya and other African countries where Oyset net has become widely used, the incidence of malaria has been reduced to about 1/6.
Water is under stress from so many directions that this isn't a crisis for the future. This is a core and pervasive challenge of much of the planet right now. So what's happening to that water? In China and India, as you heard, China, 22% of the world's population, maybe 6% of the world's freshwater resources. India, 15% of the world's population, maybe 3 to 4% of the world's water resources. The disappearance of glacier melt is another potentially devastating phenomenon. And it is like financial crises in the sense that you go along, even you get an increase of flow as they're melting for a while, and then it stops. The general rule on climate change is the dry becomes drier and the wet becomes more flooded because you have an exacerbation of the underlying trends through an increase of the convective cycles. The point I'm making is that it's population stress, it's rising demands for food, it's unsustainable depletion of groundwater, it's climate change, and in general, we are not yet prepared for any of this. I think we're going to need a fundamentally different approach from the one we've had. What is this going to require? New technology systems, nothing less. I want to call them systems because our energy production is a system. It's a grid, it's a regulatory system, it's a land use system, it's a liability law system, it's a quasi-market system in some ways and a government allocation system in other ways. It's something that is a complex mix of law, regulation, politics, environmental management, technology, and the marketplace. So government is going to play a huge role, it seems to me, in partnership with industry in bringing about the core technology systems changes that will allow us to combine the goal and a powerfully correct goal of economic growth with environmental sustainability. That it will have to be done in a globally cooperative way.